Growing up in Lakeland, it's easy to forget just how old our town is. Lakeland has a long and colorful history full of outstanding individuals who work together to help shape our town into the beautiful city we know and love today. With Kathleen being the second oldest school in Lakeland, the Red Devils have no shortage of influential alumni. So today, in honor of the staff members who work tirelessly to develop our school, we will be uncovering the history of a name you can find right here on the gymnasium. Join me on this edition of What's in a Name. Willie Speed, a Polk County native, was born on February 6, 1935. He was the 11th of 14 children. Speed graduated from Polk County's Rochelle High School in the 1970s and went on to earn a Master of Education degree and then a Specialist of Education degree at Rollins College. Speed's role in Polk County schools immediately stood out as he played a huge role in ensuring that all Polk County schools were integrated peacefully. He did so as the principal here at Kathleen High School, which made him the first African-American principal of an integrated school in Polk County. Eventually, Speed would climb the ladder to become the county's deputy superintendent. Outside of school walls, Speed was always an active member of his community. He served in Polk County residents in times when race relations were challenging. Speed was always active on several boards to provide minority representation, like the YMCA, the LRMC, and Boys Club. As a result of his work, Speed has received many forms of recognition. He is a part of Kathleen High School's Wall of Fame, and Kathleen dedicated the campus's gym to him as the Willie M. Speed Gymnasium. Willie Merriam Speed always lived by this motto: think big and your deeds will grow. Speed passed away in 2015, but his legacy will always live on proudly here at Kathleen High School. Remember his name and be proud to be Red. Are you looking for a fun place to meet up with friends, the perfect hangout for a rainy day, or express your inner gymnast? Well, look no further. All your needs can be met here at Defy Lakeland. Defy is an indoor trampoline park located in North Lakeland. With trampolines, obstacle courses, foam pits, slides, a zip line, a basketball hoop, a dodgeball arena, and video games, Defy has it all. If your visit grows to a love for jumping, join the Flight Club. There's 3 different passes in the Flight Club. Each level unlocks additional jump time, which is perfect for those looking for a new and unique way to stay active. Looking to celebrate your next birthday here at Defy? Well, you're in luck, because here they have parties every day for all ages. And Flight Club members get up to 25% off for birthday parties. Worn out from jumping and want to grab a bite to eat? Defy has their Devour Cafe to satisfy all your cravings. Flight Club members can get up to 30% off all purchases in the cafe and $1 fountain drinks. Defy has plenty to offer everyone. Add the ability to save on food, drinks, merchandise, and birthday parties, and you have even more of a reason to come here as much as possible. If you want to check us out, come visit at 6220 US 98 North. Stay jumpin', Red Devils. I'm Avery, reporting for IgnitionTV.
Hey, what's up? You pretended to be into me. You talked to me every night, made me lose sleep. But how could you act like we were meant to be? Then 2 days later, want nothing to do with me. I didn't understand how you wanted to hold my hand, but now the thought of me makes you wanna leave. So why did you call me just to? You smiled at me all day, all day, all day. But you knew what you really wanted to say. And I guess mixed signals is a game you like to play. But did you ever think that I might just not be okay? I didn't understand how you wanted to hold my hand, but now the thought of me makes you wanna leave. So why did you call me just to say that it's over? You're making me feel like a snow day in October. It doesn't make any sense for me that to you right now. Got me asking questions. bridge of a song. All you did was pull me along. You took me on your ride, but you were never really by my side. So why did you call me just to...
Our story today looks at 3 teens, and while their age says enough for how vulnerable and impressionable they are, a simple download on their phone takes their lives into different directions. Whether it be an innocent young 6th grader, an 8th grader that's having a hard time dealing with the world around them, or a sometimes mischievous 7th grader, each are affected by the same source of influence. Unfortunately, all 3 would never know that the choice was ultimately affected by this download. I'm your host, Avery Gorzka. Come with me today as we reveal the truth behind the psychological effects of our social media on our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Our second teen, an 8th grader preparing for her transition into high school, Mackenzie McElhaney, had mostly ignored using social media until her last couple of months in middle school. While she said she's always had apps like Instagram and Snapchat installed on her phone, she was rarely active on them. However, as the stress of entering the 9th grade grew closer, she began to obsess over her online image compared to her peers. To Kenzie, it seemed as though everyone she knew had some sort of status on social media. She decided to join in and began posting more frequently, but as she continued to post, more and more comments began to flood her account. What started off as simple compliments on her smile or hair slowly became passive-aggressive remarks on her style, clothing, and even her body. Without realizing it, Kenzie had been internalizing each and every comment she read. It escalated to such a point where she began to critique herself. Physical health and mental health can run hand in hand, and this was a perfect example of how social media can wreck both. Kenzie was in control until social media took the wheel from her. Instead of her likes and interests driving her life, likes and comments took over and had her brain obsessed with becoming what she thought others would like and comment on. Because, after all, the more likes and comments, the more followers, which naturally means more friends, right? That all sounds great until you realize that she lost herself. Luckily, Kenzie had a close group of friends that recognized some of the warning signs and her obsession with social media. She even had me, someone that struggled with it just like her, to recognize that we both could help each other out become more confident without needing everyone's attention through social media. Being a teen is hard, and for female teens, attention to body shape and size is a constant. The best approach is to be mindful about what you put into your body. Ignore the likes, comments, and followers, and find good foods and a good activity plan that can keep you feeling great about yourself. And by activities, I don't mean go and run or go to the gym. Take a walk around your neighborhood, your park, or just spend more time outside with friends rather than posting to social media. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own day-to-day lives that we don't notice some of the amazing work around us. Once you really take it in, Polk County has some amazing beauties. So let's take a quick trip to some of the county's amazing architectures. Our first stop involves one of the most well-known architects of all time. Frank Lloyd Wright has designed many stunning pieces right here at Florida Southern University. Wright is credited for constructing over 380 buildings, and this campus just shows how truly breathtaking his work can be. He was definitely ahead of his time with his prairie style of architecture. The true beauty in his architecture is he would mix nature with his buildings to create the perfect aesthetic. Although he passed away over 60 years ago, his name will forever live on in his work. Another masterpiece that calls Polk County home is Florida Polytechnic University. This campus was designed by Spanish architect Dr. Santiago Calavera. This building is the perfect example of Santiago's lifelong styles. His outside-of-the-box styles features lots of risk, which made it hard for him to have success early on. However, since he started, he still has not stopped. Some of his more famous designs include the Turning Torso in Sweden, the Olympic Stadium in Athens, and the transportation hub at the rebuilt World Trade Center. With his unorthodox style, it is impossible to deny his art. Our last stop takes us to Winter Haven City Hall. Designed by resident architect Gene Leedy, this building, like several other of his works, features a sleek, modern design. Leedy was a pioneer in Florida's modernist movement and even ended up founding Sarasota's School of Architecture. It's really neat to see Leedy's residential design spread throughout the area that were built anywhere from the 1950s to the early 2000s. From schools to city buildings to homes, it's crazy just how important the buildings in our lives are and what they represent for the future of architecture. I'm Avery, signing off from IgnitionTV.